One of the most common techniques cyber criminals are using nowadays is called phishing. So today I'd like to talk about what phishing is, an example of a phishing attack, and things to look for in potential phishing emails. So to start off, what is phishing? It's a lot like the sport. It involves a lure, a hook, and a fish to bite. So phishing attacks usually consist of emails that cast a wide net of emails out to potential victims. And all it takes is a few of those victims to click on the link for that cyber criminal to be successful. So that cyber criminal will send out an email, and usually the sender is from a trusted source, like a trusted bank that the user is familiar with. So it wouldn't cause them to hesitate to click on the potential malicious URL or attachment with that email. So all the user needs to do is click on the URL, and then it would ask them to enter in their account information, so their email address and password. And once they enter that in, that cyber criminal will have access to commit fraudulent crimes and steal personal information from that user or their company that that user works for. So an example of this, it actually happened to a US pharmaceutical company a few years back, and cyber criminal ended up stealing $50 million from this pharmaceutical company because they sent an email to the accounting department. And all it took was a few weeks for that cyber criminal to steal that $50 million. And finally, one of the red flags that was raised by the bank was from a suspicious beneficiary on the account by the name of Sunny Billion. Who would have thought Sunny Billion is not a trusted resource, right? No duh. Well, some of the things to look for when you think you may be in contact with a phishing email are suspicious domains, URLs, and from the sender. Is that sender someone you normally communicate with or are expecting communication from? Also, you have to look at the email address very closely, because they'll change a few letters or numbers within the email to make it look legitimate. And surprisingly enough, 48% of phishing attacks occur on mobile devices. And if you think about it, we're always checking our emails on our mobile phone, in the car, on a walk, where you're not really thoroughly looking at the email. So you're just kind of clicking on whatever. So that's what we're seeing as a large threat vector for phishing emails. Another thing to look for is grammatical misspellings or errors within the email. A lot of the times, the cyber criminal will use a translator for a particular language, and it's really not, it doesn't make any sense within the paragraph. So you got to read the emails closely, look for spelling errors. That's a sure way to find a phishing email. So I hope you learned a little bit more about phishing attacks with today's Security Noodle. And if you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe with new ideas, and hope everyone has a great rest of your day.